When you're looking for a partner, it's easy to get caught up in superficial things like looks or success. But what really matters is finding someone who will always be there for you, no matter what. When you're in a relationship, there will be times when you argue or disagree. But if you marry someone who always has your back, even when they're mad at you, they will still be there to protect you from the world. As you grow older together, looks and success become less important. What matters most is the love and support you have for each other. So, if you're looking for a partner, remember that looks and success will fade over time. But someone who always has your back will be with you for life.
Choosing the perfect name for your child is a big decision. But have you thought about the potential issues they may face in the future with a unique name? Mispronunciations, misspellings, and confusion are just a few of the challenges that come with a unique name. Even something as simple as making a reservation can become a headache. But there's a simple solution. Try out the name before you give it to your child. Use it on food orders, reservations, appointments where applicable. It'll give you a glimpse of what they'll deal with when they're older and could prevent future issues. So before you give your child a unique name, think twice and try it out first. Choose wisely for a smooth future for your little one.
When it comes to dating, there's a lot of advice out there. But one tip that seems to come up over and over again is just be yourself. But what does that really mean? Does it mean you should show up in your sweatpants and t-shirt with no effort put in? The truth is, just be yourself isn't about being lazy or careless. It's about being true to who you are, even if that means putting in effort to look and feel your best. Many people feel pressure to be someone they're not in order to impress a potential partner. But the problem with this approach is that it's not sustainable. When we try to be someone we're not, we attract people who are attracted to that fake version of ourselves. But in the end, we end up feeling disappointed and rejected. On the other hand, when we embrace our true selves, we attract people who are attracted to who we really are. This creates a deeper connection and a better chance at finding real love. So next time someone tells you to just be yourself in dating, remember that it's not about winning over every person you're attracted to. It's about finding the person who loves you for you. Question that we should all stop asking when meeting new people. Asking someone what they do for a living can be uncomfortable, especially if they're currently unemployed. Instead, try asking people about what they're passionate about. You might be surprised by the interesting answers you get. Not only does asking about someone's passions make for more interesting conversation, but it can also help you connect with people on a deeper level. So next time you're at a social event, skip the standard small talk and ask someone about their passions. You might just make a new friend.
As parents, we often receive cards made by our children for special occasions. Whether it's a birthday, Mother's Day, or Father's Day, these cards hold a special place in our hearts. But as time goes by, it can be easy to forget when these cards were made and the context in which they were created. That's why it's important to pencil in the date on the back of the card. This simple step will allow you to look back and remember the age of your child and the context in which the card was made. So next time your child makes a card for you, take a moment to pencil in the date on the back. These memories will last a lifetime.
Grandparents hold a special place in our hearts. They provide us with wisdom, laughter, and stories that connect us to our family's past. But sometimes, we may become distracted or bored when they repeat stories we've heard before. That's why it's essential to consider discreetly recording these stories, because you never know when it will be the last time you hear them. Recording these stories can preserve family history and provide future generations with a connection to their past. Sharing these recordings with your family members can create a sense of belonging and strengthen your family ties. These stories also help us understand our family's journey and how they overcame challenges, making us appreciate the sacrifices and hard work of our ancestors. So next time your grandparent tells a story, don't dismiss it as redundant. Instead, consider recording it and cherishing it as a piece of your family history. Because one day, you may not be able to hear it from them again. Approaching women can be one of the most nerve-wracking things a man can do. It's easy to get stuck in your head and worry about getting rejected or making a fool of yourself. When you ask a woman for her number, it puts all the pressure on her to either say yes or no. Even if she's not interested, she may feel obligated to give you her number to avoid hurting your feelings. By offering your number instead, you take the pressure off the woman and give her the power to decide whether or not to contact you. It shows that you respect her boundaries and are thoughtful in your approach. Offering your number instead of asking for hers is a win-win situation. You don't have to worry about getting rejected in the moment, and the woman can decide whether or not to contact you on her own terms. It's a simple change that can make a big difference in your dating life. Remember, approaching women doesn't have to be scary. By offering your number instead of asking for hers, you're showing that you're respectful, thoughtful, and confident. And who knows, it could lead to something great. It's a question that parents hear all the time: how is your child doing? But how do you respond when someone doesn't remember your child's name? By not using your child's name, you're not only missing an opportunity to reinforce their identity, but you're also revealing that the person doesn't remember their name. To avoid getting caught in this situation, try repeating the child's name back to the person. It's a simple trick that will help you remember the name for future conversations. Now you're armed with the knowledge on how to respond when someone asks about your child. Remember their name, and you'll be sure to avoid any awkward situations.
Being a parent is one of life's greatest joys, but it can also be one of the most challenging. Suddenly, everything changes. For new parents, the transition can be especially difficult. They are learning how to care for a tiny human, trying to adjust to a new routine, and dealing with all sorts of emotions. That's why it's so important for friends to step up and offer support. It might seem like a small thing, but a simple phone call or text can make all the difference. Offering to help out with practical tasks, like running errands or bringing over a meal, can also be a huge help. And don't forget to include new parents in social events, even if they are unable to attend for a while. It's important to remember that for new parents, their routine has abruptly changed. Most friends just vanish. It's especially important to be mindful of first-time parents or those who live far from family and support networks. So don't forget to check in on your new parent friends. Let them know you're there for them. It's a small gesture that can make a big difference. It's the holiday season, and for many of us, that means family photos. We all want that perfect shot to capture the memories of the season. But what about the moments that happen in between the poses? Those are the moments that truly capture the magic of the holidays. So next time you're taking photos of your family, remember to capture the candid interactions between your significant other and your children. Those are the memories that will truly last a lifetime.